All right, time for another fun sensory-filled science experiment. We are going to make some chocolate goop. Now, we're learning about bears. What does chocolate goop have to do with bears? Well, to tell you the truth, nothing, except for the fact that it's brown and bears are brown. So I figured we'd do something a little different and a little more fun and something that you guys can really enjoy. Now, this should smell incredible when you're making it. Just remember, please don't eat it. If you're at the end really wanting something that is chocolate, make something else. Please don't eat this because even though it is all edible ingredients, I don't want anyone to get belly aches. But it should be super, super, super fun to play with. So for this experiment, for this project, we are going to need a couple different ingredients and materials. You are going to need some cornstarch. You're also going to need some water. You are going to need some cocoa powder. Now, if you don't have cocoa powder, you could probably also use chocolate pudding mix, or you could even probably try chocolate syrup. I honestly don't know what that would do, but I can't see that it would hurt. So as a last resort, try it, see what happens. You're going to need a measuring spoon, a regular spoon, and then a couple measuring cups, and of course a big bowl to mix this in. Now, this recipe actually makes a big batch, so what I'm doing is I'm cutting it in half, so hopefully it works. What it's supposed to be is 4 cups of cornstarch. It's supposed to be 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and it is supposed to be about 2.5 cups of water. So I'm cutting all of that in half. So I'm going to do 2 cups of cornstarch. I am going to do 1 tablespoon of chocolate powder and about just over a cup and a quarter of water. And hopefully this will work. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up our cornstarch. And this is actually a brand new bottle. I did not realize. So we're going to take off the lid. Make sure that we can pour it out. And be very, very careful. Like I just got cornstarch everywhere, so make sure you're in a good area to do this, like the kitchen or maybe even outside if it's a beautiful day. So we're going to pour this in and we're going to get about 2 cups. Nice and easy. If you want to use a spoon, you can do that too. Or if you don't care about getting messy, you know, whatever makes your heart sing. All right, so we have about 2 cups right there. And we're going to pour that into our bowl. Nice and easy. Because it does make a little bit of a puff cloud. Next thing we're going to do is you're going to add in, oh, look at this, I got cornstarch everywhere. You're going to add in your cocoa powder. Or, like I said, if you need chocolate pudding powder or even chocolate syrup, a couple squirts, you know, just to get that color. So, 2 nice big spoonfuls. 1 and 2. And it does smell so good. And then, like I said, just over a cup, about 1.25 cups of water. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to mix it. Now, the best way to mix this is to use your hands. You can knead it. Now, for this, I am going to put on gloves just because it does get very messy, but, you know, don't be afraid. If you want to put your hands in it, go for it. And also at the end of this video, I have to turn off the computer, so I don't want to touch it with my chocolatey hands. So you're going to reach in and you're going to knead, and all you're going to do is you're going to squeeze the mixture with your fingers. So reach in, and you're just going to start slowly squeezing everything. And it's going to feel very, very hard. But also, it's going to splash if you go too fast. And that's the great thing about cornstarch. I don't know if any of you have ever made oobleck before. Oobleck is really, really cool. It is a solid and a liquid at the same time. When you mix cornstarch with water, it makes this kind of substance, this material that you can actually grab and hold, but the minute you let go of it, it actually oozes out of your hands. So this is very, very similar to oobleck. It should have that same idea to it, that it's a solid and a liquid at the same time. And I can feel that this is just about ready. I still see some powder at the bottom. So just keep kneading, keep moving around. Now, when you look at it, like I said, because it is a liquid and a solid at the same time, you might think that it has too much water and you need more powder. Most likely you do not. So just test it before you add any more ingredients because, like I said, this chocolate goop and oobleck, it's very, very tricky. Like I said, you can actually pick it up and hold it, and the minute you let it go, it squeezes right out of your hands. But you can actually form different things with it. If you see in my hands, it just pours out, and it's really, really fun to play with. And now, like I said, if you are a little squeamish, you can use gloves if you have it. If not, get your hands in there and see what it feels like. But tell me and let me know, one, does it smell good? I think it smells absolutely amazing. And also how it literally, when you look inside the bowl, and look at this, it's actually pulling my gloves off my hands. That's how much like a crazy mixture this is. But when I tilt it, you can see it actually looks like you can stir it. But when you feel it, it's hard. It does have a rough, hard feel to it. And it feels like you can squeeze it and grab it, but the minute you let it go, it just oozes out. So I want you guys to explore with this oobleck and see, how does it feel to you? Do you like it? Does it smell good? And, it's not everybody's cup of tea. It's definitely a acquired feel. If you do have a lot of, things that you don't like squishy, or you don't like mushy things, this might not be for you, but I'm telling you, it's so much fun. And, it's fun to be messy, and it's fun to make things that you can't really explain, like that you can feel like you're grabbing, but it's just pouring out of your hands. So again, have a lot of fun making this. This is your cornstarch, cocoa powder, and water mix. About 2 cups of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and about 1.25 cups, or maybe just above a cup of water. And like I said, if it looks like it's too runny, don't worry, it's trying to trick you. It's probably perfect. I can't stop. This is like so much fun to play with. Have a great time, and the more you work it, you'll see it actually, it feels like you're picking it up, and it's so much fun. So again, have a great, great time with this, and really explore and see, can you make this with other things? Can you make it with something vanilla, or something strawberry, or something that smells like fruit, or anything that, maybe something that smells really bad. The only reason I picked this was because we're learning about bears, and a lot of bears are brown, and I thought brown, chocolate, it goes together. So explore, have fun, and see what you guys come up with, and let me know what you guys think about your chocolate goop. And we'll be back soon for another activity, and I can't wait to show you guys what's coming up. All right, we will see you soon. We'll be back, and we're going to have a lot of fun. All right, see ya.